are you familiar with the gas tax?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Yes.
Not familiar per se with the gas tax.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
What do you think that money goes to?
Not exactly for sure.
I guess I would have to assume probably for roads and things like that, road repair.
I believe it goes towards roads, road construction, stuff like that. I think that's what it goes for.
Probably not what it's supposed to be.
I think it's supposed to be for highways and roads, but I thought I heard that it had been used, kind of taken for other purposes as well.
So what do you think that tax should be used for?
Probably to repair the streets. You know, there are some bad streets here.
Improving some of the quality of the roads, getting rid of some of the bumps and other things. I think for kids, transportation, just walking, making sure that there's sidewalks and that for them to be able to walk instead of getting rides or whatever, and bike trails to get from, if you're outside of town, in town, things like that.
I wish there was a better mode of public transportation to commute in and out.
Well, basically fixing roads, improving, bike paths and things like that.
It'd be nice to have a light rail of some sort to get to Milwaukee. I go to Milwaukee frequently for business.
To actually fix the roads and the street lights and signs.
Probably more transportation outside of the city. That would be important to me.
I guess repaving or potholes is my concern.
I think I would start taking out the traffic circles that they keep putting in everywhere.
They need more park and rides. When I lived in a big city, you could, take your car and park it and get on a bus and get to work.
But I would love to see light rail, heavy rail, the things that European cities have available to all citizens should be available to us in this country after all these years.
We've got enough roads that need to be fixed, got buses that need to be kept up and running, and it shouldn't be spent on anything else.
Do you know that sometimes it's used by the government to fund other things that aren't related to transportation?
I've been reading in the paper about that, how when they're broke, they like to dip back in there and take some of that money out. Yep, I hear that.
What do you think of that?
I don't really like that too much.
That makes no sense. It's for transportation. It should be used for transportation, not for other things.
Do I think that politicians should do what they say regarding the gas tax? Absolutely.
Having worked for the university system, it's UW-Madison, it's very important that whatever money is dedicated for those services remain for those services. Tuition is a perfect example. We believe that tuition that comes to UW-Madison should stay at UW-Madison to provide for the education. Much like gas taxes, we wouldn't argue with the fact that transportation dollars remain with the users.
Well, I'm disappointed in that. I think we need a good transportation system in the state of Wisconsin. And it's always disappointing when funds that are dedicated to one use are diverted for another.
I suppose it's like anything else, that some of the funding doesn't go exactly where you think it should be going.
If you collect a gas tax to fund transportation projects, that's what it has to be used for. What do you think of that?
That would make perfect sense, because I would definitely vote for that, because that's what it's for.
I would vote for it as far as going just for transportation.
I would vote for that law. I mean, the gas tax, it should go for the roads, so.
Would you support that law?
I believe I would, yes.
Oh yes, for sure.